It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back and welcome in. This is hour number 2 of The Local Show. Get ready for engaging interviews with, we have a fill-in for Jimmer Soccocio. I mentioned him earlier, but it turns out that he sent his number 1, and that would be Ike Jarvis. Okay. And Ike runs the clay store, but he's all over the place. We'll talk with him, and then Nicole Anzalone comes by, Dr. Nicole. She's the owner of Syracuse Hearing Solutions. Attorney John Murphy is the owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. And finally, Dave Martin is a builder and owner of Martin Custom Homes. And we'll talk with him in the last segment right there. And now we say a hearty, healthy hello to Ike. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We were just saying off the air that I haven't seen you since Christmas. And you know what? You don't look a day older.
So I appreciate it. Right back at you.
We had the dancing cow going.
That's right. Well, Tom, he has pushed these milkshakes from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So
on you.
Since I've stopped seeing you with the milkshakes, it was still calm. I've lost 600 pounds, so thank you.
Wow.
I appreciate it. So how did you get connected with Chick-fil-A? What's your story? How'd that happen?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A had came to the upstate New York area around 2018, and I had some family members who had gotten hired really early on. And actually, I worked across the street. So I saw the building being put up and everything and just became really interested. And then one day I went over and met with Jimmer. We talked for a little while, and I was hired right then.
Did you know prior to going in there that they had a different culture than, say, another fast food place?
I did. I had an idea, but I didn't have a full understanding of it at that time now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
when you got there, were you shocked, or were you like, man, I don't know if I can do this? Maybe I'm not squeaky clean enough, or what?
No, I don't think so.
Think?
No. Starting from my very first shift, I can remember it like it was yesterday up until now. I've honestly felt the same way. It's just been an incredible atmosphere, environment, and honestly, not really considered. It's a job, but some could not consider it that way just because of how amazing it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Are the people that you started working with, are they still there? There's some of them?
Maybe a handful.
Okay.
Yeah, the staff looks very, very different from day one.
How many people work between the two restaurants? How many people are in the team?
I think between the two, there's probably somewhere between 200 and 260.
Wow, that's really respectable. Yeah. And do you continually add people, or are you real selective?
Yeah, we're always, like we've said, we're always looking for remarkable people. So we're always making additions to our team. Just a bunch of different things that need to get done. We're always hiring. Are
you a manager, or what is your exact role?
Yeah, my title is a manager. Yep. So I like we talked about, oversee some of the community aspects and marketing, things like that. And then more recently, operations manager, store manager.
Okay.
So how do you not weigh like 700 pounds because the Chick-fil-A is so tasty?
Yeah. I don't have an answer to that.
Yeah. Good metabolism.
I don't know. Yeah. I think that might be the only answer, honestly.
Do people eat different things in the spring? So Easter's here and everything.
Yeah. Is it new menu items?
Yeah. What happens now versus winter or summer?
Yeah. Right now we actually recently just released our new springtime/summertime beverage. It's a watermelon mint tea and lemonade, or a ice cream beverage. Super good. I know that our peach shake should make a return around summertime. We did have some special salads or things like that that were on the way out, but due to some supply issues, we're gonna go with the kale side. So that's a really good one.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Tom, are you a kale guy?
I'm not a big kale guy, but if you dress it up good for me,
it is good. It's real good.
But I've never had anything that I didn't like at Chick-fil-A. Yeah. So you say kale, I kind of go, really? But
right.
What are some of the most popular items? What do people like come in for? Like the most?
The mac and cheese is really popular. People love that. I love it. Really good. And then again, of course, the Chick-fil-A sandwich, a classic, an original. People are always ordering that. But yeah, people have all kinds of different favorites, from the nuggets, sandwiches, mac and cheese, you name it. They're there for it.
The Cicero restaurant was the first one to go online and get people going. Do you feel that Clay has caught up to it as far as volume, or you probably know the numbers?
Yeah, the restaurants are certainly different in volume to this day, and they're not the same. They're similar, but not the same. But yeah, I don't think that.
Clay
does the catering go through one of the restaurants or both of them? How does that explain the catering?
Yeah, the whole catering aspect.
We cater to our surrounding businesses and so on. So catering goes through both restaurants independently, and sometimes in Clay we're making a delivery to Syracuse, where Cicero is closer to Syracuse, but it just depends on who's ordering it and, all that. But yeah, catering goes through both, and it's not specific to either or restaurant.
Now, catering took a dive during the COVID, times when COVID was really bad,
right?
And companies weren't ordering and everything. Have you seen it pick back up? Has it picked up and springboarded?
Absolutely, yeah. Our catering business is a huge part of our overall business and our success. Catering, we do really, really well in catering.
That's excellent. Yeah. Well, coming up here in May is the graduation season.
There you go.
You get a lot of graduation parties. Can people still get on the list to have it catered?
Absolutely. We're taking catering orders for whoever, whenever, however big the party is. Just give us a call and we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Some people, even with the backyard wedding receptions and things like that, they like that because they're super fans. Because usually people who go to, your restaurants, to Chick-fil-A, they're super fans. They're not just like, I'll grab a hamburger now and then. They make it a thing.
Yeah,
whole families go.
I can't, as I get spoiled, I can't stop at McDonald's or those types of places. If I'm going to get something on the run,
it's got to be.
You guys get my $10.
Yeah,
because it just tastes better.
And how about the breakfast?
Yeah.
The breakfasts are. People don't know Chick-fil-A as being the breakfast place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any new items or anything, or do you just want to touch on the breakfast?
Yeah, no new items in particular, but the breakfast, Chick-fil-A breakfast is a must-have in my opinion. For me, it's always going to be like a Chick-fil-A biscuit. It's just really super good buttered biscuit with a smaller piece of filet right in the middle.
Yeah, those on YouTube, if you can see Ike right now, you can see his eyes, his mouth are watering. You stepped in that like, wow.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about it right now.
I could see that. I like the bowls.
The breakfast bowls are really
see, I
good.
didn't know you had breakfast bowls.
Yeah. So there's a bowl or a burrito, and it's got chicken, scrambled eggs, hash browns, cheese.
All good for protein right there.
It's all scrambled into this bowl.
Yeah.
Incredible. And there's times when I'm, in the middle of the day or go on break, grab some lunch, and I'm wishing that I could order breakfast.
So you don't have breakfast 24?
We don't. Our breakfast is served from 6:30 up until 10:30 a.m.
So you split yourself between the restaurant in Clay on Route 31 in Cicero? Are you both of them? Seems like I've seen you at both of them.
Yeah, I've certainly been at both of them. More recently, Clay. My focus has been in the Clay restaurant since the start of this year. Yes, sir.
And just so people know exactly where it is, it's in front of Raymore and Flanagan.
It is.
In the same parking lot and all that. Always an easy ride through the drive-through.
Yep.
You get through nice and quick. So if anybody's ever wondering, go ahead and do that. And you can talk to Ike, and Ike's usually around, and you're just such a nice guy too. The customers, though, when I'm doing an event over there, they gravitate toward him. It's like he's an old friend.
Yes.
Like
I like Ike.
Yeah, I like him too. That's good. Why don't you stick around? I'm looking for a co-host.
Hey, wait a minute.
All right. Thank you so much, and you have a great rest of the day, Ike.
My pleasure. You as well.
Awesome. Coming up next, Dr. Nicole Anzalone, owner of Syracuse Hearing Solutions, right here on the local show on 570 WSYR. Stick around.